Hi, welcome back to Hillbilly Deluxe Fabrication. Today we're going to start working on summarizing or springerizing the camper here. I got Potato to give me a hand. So we got here, it's a 2010 Cougar Keystone. I bought it last year. So we have a year on using it, seeing what we like, what we don't like. This is my first camper we bought as a family here. I've stayed in a few over years. So a few things that I noticed since we got it, it has just like a normal car battery in it, and it kind of just doesn't hold power well. So we're gonna upgrade the battery in it, and I got a Bluetooth leveler that we're gonna wire in, so that way I can look at my phone while I'm setting up the camper to keep me and my wife from yelling while she has the level inside and I'm moving the jacks in and out, all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna go through hooking that up. Haven't even looked at it yet, so me and you will be first on seeing if it works. And then I also keep seeing the ads for the wireless remote locks. I picked one of those up. So this is going to be a little bit of a review too of these items. So we'll install them, we'll review them new, and then I'll check back in and just check like longevity wise. We also got the bike rack. So here we got our things that we're doing. We got our bike rack here. So if you look in one of the other videos, you'll see what happened with this and that we had to fix it. We got a battery. This is a battery I had laying around, but it's a much bigger and has a lot more amp hour battery. It's a group 31. It's kind of like a dual use. It's a high cycling for like big equipment, but it also acts as like a deep cycle. They use a lot of these in marine and RVs and all that kind of stuff. It's one that I had laying around. I got a few of these actually laying around. So I'm going to use this before I buy a new battery. And then over here, so when I bought it, the people broke the other microwave. They just put like a regular microwave and it keeps moving around. So I got a new RV microwave that comes with the trim kit. So we'll get that installed. We got the lock. We're gonna put a new shower head in. This one goes like up and over. So when you're standing in the shower, I'm not that tall. I'm like 5'10", depending on what convenience store I'm walking out of. But like the shower just kind of like blasts me right in the face. Not what I want. So I got this one. It's got like an arm that goes up and over, so that way I could get the water on top of my head. So we're gonna go through putting this stuff in and getting it ready for camping this year. And Potato is super excited to go camping, and so we're gonna get going because we got a couple weeks till we leave with this thing. So I want to make sure we got everything. We're gonna take a trip to Bass Pro later, so in today while we're working on stuff, we'll see if there's anything we need from Bass Pro Shop. So we got our bikes that are right there. Those will go on the back. So let's get going. All right, so my battery is under this compartment. So we'll get this open. Watch out, Potato. We'll flip this up, and the battery's right here. They keep it in this case. It's vented, so that way if it off gases at all, it doesn't get trapped in here. So the leveler is going to replace me keeping a 4-foot level with me. So let's get some stuff out of here. All right. So it looks like so we got this battery. I feel like it's just a little small. It's like a car battery, group 24. So we'll get this disconnected. The thing's pretty dead. It dies pretty quick. I got my handy Murphy's Diesel pocket pliers that I keep with me. So we'll get this all taken out and we'll put the new battery in. So this is our ground, and the black one is actually our positive. Can you hold those, Potato? Yeah. All right. Out with the old junk. In with the new.
New battery?
New battery.
I just said that.
Make sure you don't get the wires caught in there like I just did. Oh, that one fits perfectly like it was meant for it. All right, so this one, I have these on there because I use this battery sometimes. I got like 4 of these, but I'll use these for like jumping stuff if I need to, if I don't have my power probe or my backup pack. Let me see the pliers. All right, here, go put those somewhere. Don't lose them. All right, you can hold them. We'll get our ground wire on. Let's clean the corrosion off.
What's the booster?
It's corrosion. And we'll get the corrosion all off of there. Oh, those are not gonna work. So we're gonna, let me see this. We're gonna use these as our nuts to go on here. We gotta clean the corrosion off. This has like some ribbing on the handle. It works pretty good for cleaning these up. Now I have everything in the shop, just too lazy to walk over to the shop to clean it off. And you know, this is kind of a good bush repair. You know, if you're out somewhere off-roading or whatever and you have these, I mean, it gets it pretty clean just using the knurling on the handle.
Like in the camper?
Yeah, so if we're out camping somewhere and you're having battery issues, you got to clean it. I mean, these pocket pliers definitely come in handy.
They help you clean stuff.
All right, so
Are we going to clean it inside now? The camper?
all right, so now the battery. Let's see if we can get this to fit.
It looks like it's fitting.
It does look like it's fitting. Definitely a snug fit. It's nice because it actually, the other one was able to move around in here. You really don't want batteries to be moving around. So now you got a nice snug fit there. We got power, so that's what we're looking for. And so now everything should work. You know, we got, yeah, our motor works now. So lift and lower. Now we can start working on our next thing. Let's see what we got next. We got our leveler, so let's get that installed. All right, so we got the mount mounted right here, right under where some other wires are. So we're gonna tap into that for because this has its own battery in it, so you can actually see on the screen it's already on. So we got our wires. We just got our wires up off the top here. I screwed this in here. So this piece here, I just mounted it even with that because it's even with the bottom of the camper. And then what we'll do is we'll run our wires up and around and just go tap right into some other wires here. We'll take our negative off first. I kept with the same color wires as they use, you know, for white for ground. These have heat shrink built into them, so it's nice. You just heat it up, protect the end from corrosion and all that into the wire. All right, now we got that one. So now put both those wires in there. All right, so we got a light here. It says it's charging. So that means that's gonna stay on. And I'll keep that battery charged in here. So now that's all wired up nice. Let's see what we gotta do to connect it. So there's an app on the phone. All right, so after you log in, you have all the different options here of what we're looking for. So we're gonna look for the it has sprinklers. Oh, here we go. So smart RV level assist, we'll click that. It says please install batteries into the device and make sure the Bluetooth has been opened. Okay, confirm. Next, add that. All right, it's pairing, so we'll give it a couple seconds, and there we go, success. So now we can open this up, and we have a fifth wheel. Next, orientation, label faces forward. Okay, yep. Measurement we want in inches because we're in America, so we use freedom units. Automatic sleep time 5 minutes, yep. Measurement display within a ½ an inch. All right, that looks good. Vehicle width. I think this is 102 inches. Length. We'll have to measure this. All right, so I got the camper all leveled, side to side, front to back. So with that, we now have in the screen here, it goes and says zeros. So now if I go and extend, it tells me we're 3 inches high in the front, or 1 inch. Now I can lower it back down, and then it re-levels us. Now, it is very sensitive. So if you actually look at the screen up there, that's in there, it gives you all 4 corners of left and right and front to back. Same thing on here. So this will tell us our front is up, you know, how far up it is. Oh, so this is, okay, so now I understand. So this goes back and forth of if the front's up or down. So our left and right, front and rear, it tells us our inches on either side of the camper. So right now it's telling me my left side's up a little bit. So that'll be very handy. All right, so we'll let that be. Goes into sleep mode so it doesn't use a lot of power. So I think we are done with this compartment for now. So we'll put our stuff back in. That level will probably wind up going back into my toolbox. I don't think we need to keep it in here anymore. We're gonna unbox this right now. We got a foam gasket, quick start video online. Maybe we'll take a look at that. I don't know if we necessarily need that. Probably need that when we go to program it. But here's our new lock. It's substantially larger than the other one. You know, we got some on-off latch like normal, and then we got some features here, and then probably batteries to go in there. So that looks good. Has foam on it already. I don't know why there's another foam pad. And then let's see what we got in here. Oh, a bunch of all the new hardware. Potato's eager to go with. She's got the drill over there. All right. Don't need that anymore as I drop everything.
Yeah, can't drop stuff.
All right.
You can't throw stuff over there like, for no reason.
Get it off the counter. It's in the way. All right. So here's our key fob. These are meant so you know if you got 2 locks. This camper only has 1 door, but if you got like a toy hauler and you got 2, you got 2 modes here. Plus it has keychain, and then if the batteries were to die, backup key. So there we go. All right, let's get working. So we got to take the old. There's the instructions. We'll worry about those later. Let's get to taking off this lock over here. We got a new striker on this side. Let's get that. Let's get this one off.
All right.
I don't know if we actually needed one. It came with a new one, so we'll use it.
Make sure you don't lose the screws.
Thanks, Potato. So we'll put that on. Just because it's new and shiny, so we might as well, right?
Yeah, we should. We're not like keeping all dirty ones on.
Right. We're not going to keep the dirty ones on.
They're like gross and dirty.
Right, so we're going to use these new ones that I came with.
Here's the other screw.
That's not the one I need, that one.
Okay.
There.
Look. Are you going to take off that?
Nope, that one stays because that one's for the screen.
Okay.
All right, so now we gotta come over here. I don't know how to really film this. Should really get some POV glasses.
Here's a different screw.
But, I mean, we got a couple screws to come off here. So let's get these off. So we got the old latch out. I guess if you ever if you have one of these locks, you can open it up, find the code if you need to get a replacement key for it. You don't just buy a new latch. So then we got this fancy dancy new one, and it comes with the tool to take it apart. So let's take it apart on the counter. That way I don't lose parts. Now this should fit in the exact same hole that was in there with the other one. Alright, so that's a part. It's got wire that connects the 2 sides. Let's unplug that for now. I just dropped another screw. Alright, let's get this one installed.
Ooh. And then a tool.
And then you see down here, it's got a little cover that covers up where the key goes.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, let's get this one into the door.
Okay. And the old one out of the door, right?
The old one's already out of the door. Let's see. That piece is on, the outside's on. We had to take that off, that holds the door open. We'll have to modify that a little bit to make it work. Now we just got to get the inside piece on. So I mean, we just got to plug it in, put those 4 screws in. So I'll just get that done and then I'll bring you back once we get there. All right, we got the new lock installed, key fob in place, locked, unlocked. I will say, they do advertise that it's super easy to close. Like the other one, whenever you close it, you had to hold the lock and close it. This one, boom, nice and easy. Button lock, unlock, perfect. All right, on to the next project. I think next we'll put the bike rack on, hook up the bikes, and then we'll go inside. So as you saw in the other video I made of fixing this bike rack, this is where we have our hitch here. So we're gonna put the new bike rack. We'll slide it on in. For whatever reason, when we were camping, we stopped and we looked, and this thing bent. All right, so we got the hitch in, the new bracket, super heavy duty modified from what it was. This thing should not bend at all. That bumper is gonna rip off before that thing bends again. So, all right, so we got that project done. Now we can put the bike on. So, there we go. On to the next thing. Let's get the microwave installed. All right, so we're inside. This is the microwave somebody put in because I guess the other microwave stopped working. So we got a replacement with the bracket that goes around it to hold it in, because this one just moves around as you're driving like that. Sometimes we come in here and it's been off the shelf. I guess I could just put a little lip here, but I don't know. I just got a little bit bigger of a microwave with the surround. Let's see if all that fits. So first step, let's get this one off. Microwave install. I think next we're gonna head to the shower. You want to join me in the shower and put our nozzle in. Let's go check that out. All right, so let's see. We got our shower head here with a locker. All right. What else we got in here? Here's the piece so we can you know, switch between top it and you know, depending on what piece we want to use. It's more all right, this looks pretty well complete, so let's bring it to the bathroom. So this is what we got for a shower head. So as you can see, it's not really too big. Comes off so you can shower over your head. But I really want to get something like up into that window area. So let's see what we could do for a view in here. So there, I want to get the shower head up in here. So that way, when I shower, you know, I can get it down on my head. So, well, I'm gonna just get this stuff taken down and hooked up, and I'll bring you back. I'll show you when I get it all done. There's not a lot of space in here. All done. So we got new shower head up there, another one there. Rotate that to go back and forth to, you know, which head you want. And then we also put a different mixing valve in here. I like this style better instead of the two knobs where you're constantly playing with the two knobs of a little more of this, a little less of that. So now you can just rotate this back and forth for how much heat you want. So that gets us all set. You know, we'll finish springerizing our camper. You know, we still got the, you know, I turned it on. Make sure, you know, we got flow and there's no leaks in the wall. And that's still the antifreeze from the wintertime. So, thanks for being in the bathroom with me. You know, we'll, I think we're going to get ready to get this camper on the road. I'm going to fill up the water tank, flush out all the antifreeze, and then we're going to, you know, pack up, get ready to leave for the season in a couple weeks. So, thanks for checking out the upgrades that I did to the camper. Stick around for more content. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. So we got back from camping, and bike rack held up great. So that's good. Went to go use the self-leveling feature. Good thing we brought the level. So I do not recommend using that level. It or the Bluetooth leveler to the phone. It worked fine at the Hillbilly Deluxe compound here, but you know, once we got there, it connected, but it wouldn't tell me any numbers. It kept telling me 0, which, I mean, I brought the level, I leveled it with that, and I just wanted to double check everything, and you know, the screen just wouldn't light up at all. I read some comments on the Amazon review, and it said the same thing, that after a couple uses, or after initial startup, it just wouldn't work. I tried unhooking the wires, rehooking it back up, and it just wouldn't work. So I went ahead and I found something with a better review. I'll put the link for the better review one down in the comments here. So this one doesn't work off the phone. It has its own unit. And this one, it actually, you don't have to wire it to the RV itself. Both pieces are wireless. So you just charge them. It has a little indicator. It tells you what the battery life is on it. So I'm gonna mount this in the same spot there. So I'll remove what I put in, throw that out, and I'll put this in. And then this will work similar, but it has its own handheld mount. And I'll just keep this with the other remotes inside the camper here. And this one has much better reviews in the way of longevity wise, it looked like. So I kept that level with me, luckily, so I was able to level it. Out with the old. So this is the new system. Comes with the manual. Everything's in this nice blister pack. So that's the transmitter. And that's your piece that you carry with you. And then it has like a vent mount piece or something underneath. You have some like sticky stuff and a wire. And it looks like some screws. So you got your charging wire, so we'll put that inside, and I think we'll just mount this in kind of the same place here. And this is magnetic onto here, so that way you can take it off to charge it when you need to. All right, so that's in. So that turned on. Turn that on. So this will tell me the battery on this, both pieces here, and it's transmitting. So right now I got like 3/4 battery on both pieces. It tells me my front to back pitch, my left to right, then there's an F in the front showing that the label is facing forward. So I'll go ahead and level the camper. I mean, I got it on my concrete pad here. I didn't level it at home. So I'll level this thing out. I'll set this thing to 0, and then this thing will be good to go for the next camping trip. But I think longevity wise, this thing's gonna work out better. Again, this is just something I could carry around, and now I don't have to, you know, have an app on my phone. You know, just one more thing I don't have to have on my phone. Unfortunately, one other thing I got to carry with me, and one other thing to charge. But you know, I'll let you know how well this thing works long-term wise. But this looks, you know, review-wise, this looks pretty good. So, you know, that's what it looks like screen-wise. I think this will do pretty good. So I'll keep you posted on this. But that's it. Thanks for keeping around on the page. Like and subscribe, and check out for more content coming up.